I'm back today with another Google Maps investigation. On the screen is another white object that I found. I don't know what it is, don't know why it's there, but the good news is that it's not in a very remote area, which means I should be able to get to it rather quickly and easily. If you want to find out what it is, all you need to do is come along with me. If you're still watching, well, first off, thanks for stopping by to watch and for coming along with me for this adventure. These are always a lot of fun. I love trying to locate and identify what these things are because curiosity gets to me. And although I've been disappointed before, it doesn't mean I might not make my next great discovery. So I'm going to be venturing off this road here and going in this direction. Just came off that road there, and this one is blocked off for vehicle access. And you can see where there used to be an old gate here. Now, this is property that you're allowed to be on, but there's no hunting allowed. But this area is very well known for people to come and walk their dogs, walk around, probably, I'm sure, do some bike riding or ATV riding, but we're not doing any of that. We're just going to be walking and trying to locate this item. Now I need to basically keep an eye on Google Maps. That's the only tool I'm using to locate this. I know there's been other suggestions given in the past about using LiDAR maps and other topographic maps. I like to keep it rather basic and simple and just kind of explore with my own two eyes. But I'm going to use at least Google Maps to make sure I'm going in the right area and to also confirm that I'm on the location, because in the past people were not exactly sure if I actually reached my destination, so at least I'll be able to confirm with my GPS dot that I'm actually on the site, regardless if it's there or not. That's the other thing too, is that Google Maps images are sometimes 1 to 2 years old, if not older. So what we see on there may not necessarily be there today. Someone may have came and removed it, could have moved positions. A lot of things contribute to the outcome of if we find it or not. So, all right, let me see which way I have to go and we'll continue on. This time of year, which is past mid-November, all the leaves are about 95% gone. Just a few stragglers. But I did confirm this is the direction I need to go, so I'm going to continue on. So based on what I'm looking at so far, we're obviously walking on a dirt road here, and I could definitely see things that are dumped, if you want to call it that. There's some ties right there, some timbers. I see piles of brush. And what is that? I think I'm in the vicinity too. I just want to investigate what that is. That looks unnatural. That appears to be some type of, I want to say furniture. That is foam cushion right there and some type of fabric material. There's even carpet. And I'm not sure, that's maybe like a big single person chair or something. Almost looks like a fallen tree, uprooted tree. Oh, these are a little past their prime. I guess nobody's looking for those. All right, let me. I'll keep you going here. I'm gonna check my location because I think I should be very close to the object. Huh. All right, let me double check something, but that's not it. That chair, that's not it. But where my pin's showing is showing we're past it. Let me backtrack just a tad and see if it's going to put us right on the spot. I found the spot. Come on, I'll show you where it is. All right, so right here is the object on Google Maps. My dot is on top of it. This is where it was, and it's been removed. So 100% confirmation I was in the right location. My blue dot was right on top of it. And it looks like it was altered, the land. This has been pushed or plowed. I can see piles of debris. That chair thing is pushed there. So something was here and either got buried or they removed it, but now it's a clearing. So it's funny that I mentioned it earlier because I didn't come scout this out ahead of time. This is me finding it with you guys in real time. And like I said, there's always a doubt that things could be changed or moved because of the age of Google Maps. And that actually happened. So I don't know what's worse. Is it worse not finding it at all because it's gone? Or finding it and being disappointed that it's just garbage or trash? I'm gonna, I guess, just show you a little bit more detail what's here. Because there is some various pieces of trash here. Nothing exciting. And I'll see what my next move is gonna be from there. So I scuffed that up. Basically, it was right here in this vicinity. And it had to have been a decently sized object because it was big enough to show up on Google Maps. But it's definitely a place that people came to dump stuff. There is a tire there. Uniroyal. And a decently sized pile of timbers here. They're almost like railroad ties or part of like a trestle of sorts. It's not the only pile, there's more of them up there to a smaller pile. And there's some big like nails or something coming out. And just to show you scale size, it's bigger than my hand. They're pretty good size ones. I believe they're pressure treated as well. Not creosote, I don't believe, but they are treated. Oh, here's maybe evidence that something was here. There's a brick. They're actually kind of buried. There's some blocks or brick that are white. So maybe that is what's left of what was here. Maybe it could have been a structure and they buried it and just bulldozed it. Who knows? Or it could have been something that would have been extracted. So this is the most exciting thing right here. Oh, here's some twisted up sheet metal. Yeah. I'm kind of perplexed now. There's even a hinge right there, like a door. I am curious as to what was here, but we missed it by probably several months. I'm guessing this was probably done earlier this year. You can still see the material where it's been pushed and moved. There's more tires over there, beer bottles, those sneakers I showed you. Well, that's the way it goes. And as mentioned, this area is used by others. And the reason I'm saying that is because coming down the way I came, There's someone walking their dog right now, so I don't believe there's anything over there. But I'm going to walk back at least up to near the road, and I'm going to look on Google Maps one more time to see if by chance I missed anything, see if there's anything else in the nearby area that I could get to that maybe is a little bit more remote and has a better chance of it being there. So let me do a little bit of on-site investigating, and I'll return with you guys in just a moment. How you doing?
Okay,
Does he bite?
No.
Oh. Hi.
Okay, no jumping.
Excited. So I was actually talking to that gentleman. He's a local here, comes walking back here all the time. And I was asking questions about something different, something not related to what I'm here for today. So the reason I'm bringing it to your attention is because I'm going to be back in this area again in the very, very near future, because there's something I'm going to be filming here that's completely separate from what I'm doing today. It's not a Google Maps find. It's something that has some pretty significant history. And I'm going to be coming back to do a video on it, and there's a few key areas I'm going to be focusing on that's going to really bring the whole topic to a head, or to the surface, so to speak. So if you want to see that video, make sure that you're not only subscribed to the channel, but that you have notifications turned on. That way you'll be one of the first people to see that video when it comes out. But now I'm back here on the main road where I showed where the gate is and stuff. I'm gonna go through Google Maps one more time in my general surrounding here and see if I can find something else that we could target and try to locate. Just another theory I had too. I don't know why I didn't think of it at the time. I actually came back just to kind of look this over again. This may have been part of that structure. It could have been built out of this. Maybe had some of that metal tin roofing or doors or walls to it. I initially thought this was dumped here. This may have been deconstructed and put here. I do see some, looks like sheet metal nails on the side. Maybe people removed whatever they could to recycle it, but this may have been part of the structure in this general area. Just trying to put out every possible situation scenario that I could think of as to what happened to it. But what do you guys think? Do you think it was physically removed? Do you think this is parts of it here? Or do you think it was just maybe buried? Whatever you think, if it's any of those scenarios or situations or something completely different, I want to hear your input. I think we may be in luck. So if I go out to the main road by where I parked and head up, there should be a big, looks like a tank or a tower, maybe a water tower, water tank. Continue past that and then head into the woods, and it looks like there might be a very faint trail there. Well, as I zoomed in on it, there's another object off to the side of the trail. Again, it's big enough to show up on Google Maps, and it's not as accessible as this location was, so better odds that we may find this object. So I guess we'll head there now and check it out. Walking up a hill, long hill, a little tiring, but we're making progress because here is that water tank that I saw in Google Maps. So that means straight up ahead there should be a trail that we can follow that's going to lead us to our next target. confirming I'm on the right trail, so we're doing good. Now, those of you watching, are you someone who enjoys these Google Maps finds? Well, I'd hope the answer is yes, otherwise, what are you doing here? The reason I say that is because if you do enjoy them like I do, well, I have a project I'm working on that's probably going to be my biggest and hopefully best one yet. I have discovered some Google Maps anomalies that are really, really remote. And it's not just one object, it's multiple. And it's going to be my biggest and longest undertaking to date. It's going to be an all-day adventure, all-day undertaking. It's going to be multiple miles in each direction. And it's going to be going through some pretty remote terrain. I'm hoping to do that within the next month or two. And with how remote it is, how long it's going to take to get there, I'm about 99% positive that we're going to find what is actually showing up on Google Maps. So, as mentioned, if you do enjoy these, I'm actually going to create a new playlist too. I'm going to create a playlist of Google Maps finds. So, all my Google Maps adventures will be listed on that playlist. So that one's going to be added to it. So, be on the lookout for that one because I'm pretty hopeful, pretty certain it's going to be something else. But that'll be happening in the near future, so stay tuned for that. Hello, everyone. Ooh, that was a loud bang. Alright, let me pull out my phone and see where I'm at. We're starting to go downhill, and I know it's off to the right of the trail. I don't know how, but I passed it out. Don't tell me that this one's not here either. I'm watching live on the map as I'm getting closer to it. Looks like there's a little section here that cuts off. Looks like linoleum. That can't be what I saw. Okay, I'm really close to it. Having a hard time getting right on top of it. This has to be it, the area. Oh. Huh. That doesn't make sense. So I am essentially right next to it. I just took a screenshot, which I'm going to share with you guys. There's no way possible it's only this. It's got to be much bigger than that. I'm thinking that's what's left of it. I was certain that this one would be here because it's not as easily as accessible. Not that it's difficult, but it wasn't along that main road where that guy was walking his dog. But I'm going to do my due diligence. I'm going to scout the area, make sure there's nothing else here, make sure it wasn't moved. Actually, this is not it, but I found a old tire here. It's the kind you would see on A Christmas Story when they change the spare. It's almost completely bald. All right, let me walk around here, see if I can find anything that would resemble what is showing up on Google Maps. Small chance it got moved somewhere, greater chance it got removed. But I'm not going to just call it quits yet. I just began to walk up here and I look down. next to the linoleum is some just roughly poured concrete here. That would have been white back when it was fresh. That's been here, looks like several years. There's some shards of plastic. But Google Maps confirms basically where my shadow is where I was standing on the object, or right next to it. More random pieces of concrete. This almost looks like, could be roofing material, like that tar paper. There's like, it's not exactly macadam. It's like tar with like little stones or pebbles. That could possibly be roofing material. There may have been something here, whether it's an intact object or structure, or just pieces of it dumped here. Now there is a path going up here. I'll take it a little ways up. I'm not going to go on an endless hunt here. I don't think there's any reason to be moved anywhere significantly far. But there's always a chance we may come across something that I didn't even know was here. And on the bright side of things, it's actually a gorgeous morning out. It's still morning. It's around 11:30 in the morning. It's a Tuesday. It's sunny. A couple of wispy clouds in the distance. 0 to little wind. And it's in the 40s. Started off in the 20s, actually warmed up pretty quickly. So on the bright side, it's a really nice day. I see something shiny over here. It's an old bottle. I thought for a second it looked like maybe an insulator. Well, it's not even an old bottle, just a bottle. The smaller than usual one. It's a 7-ounce. Smooth and refreshing. It's actually the kind I drink too when I have my 2 beers a year. And one thing I am noticing is that this land here has mostly new trees. There's hardly any big growth ones here. And I think I know the reason why. So I'm not going to give away spoilers. You will have to stay tuned for the upcoming video I did mention when I'm returning to this area. And if some of you do know what I'm talking about, well, just kindly keep it to yourselves. No spoilers for the others. Gave it my best effort. Came up with nothing. 0. Zilch. Goose egg. That's pretty much sums up how life goes. You win some and you lose some. With the intention of only coming here with one target, I knew it was a 50-50 chance of finding that target, especially with it being next to a popular area, so to speak. When I say popular, I mean it's accessed by walkers, locals. I'm still perplexed as to what that could have been. I'm pretty certain it was some type of structure. Then when we struck out, luckily I was able to find my next target just maybe a quarter mile away. And I thought, since this is not as heavily used, you could tell by the trail, not as easily accessed by vehicle, that there's a better chance that we were going to find it. And all we can see is just that linoleum and some concrete. So it's a bummer, but like I said, you take the good with the bad, make the best out of the situation. I got out on a gorgeous November day, got some exercise, got some fresh air, got to hang out with you guys. But as mentioned, I do have a really promising Google Maps finds location that's going to be my biggest undertaking yet. It's going to be an all-day adventure, and it's going to be one that I'm pretty certain I'm going to bring help with, because it's a big risk. It's a lot of things could go wrong. I need to bring the proper supplies. I need to make sure I'm, healthy, physically feeling good. I have nothing that's going to slow me down or cause any mishaps, because once I'm out there, unless you're on like a side-by-side or ATV or something like that, it's a really long walk and there's no vehicle access as far as I know. It's pretty dense, pretty remote, and it's going to be a lot of ups and downs, hills and valleys, so I'm going to be having my work cut out for me. With that being said, if you want to see more Google Maps finds, actually ones I did find without striking out, check the playlist down below. Otherwise, we'd love to hear your thoughts on today's adventure. Even though it was disappointing and we struck out, it's still a win in my book. At least we got out and determined for ourselves if indeed it was here. And that's why I always say the motto, get out and explore your world, because you never know what you'll find. If I didn't come out and search for these, I would never know if they were here or even what they were. But now it's crossed off the list, I can move on to the next one. Thanks again, everyone, for hanging out with me. I had a lot of fun and hope to do it again with you real soon. Until next time, everyone, I'll see you real soon in the next video.